Hey guys, welcome back to another Aquascaping with Rodney. Today we've got this Mr.Aqua 12-gallon long. So Rodney, why don't you tell us what we're going to do to it today?
Alright guys, so today we're just going to do a dry scape, no plants or anything like that. But I'm going to do a little bit of driftwood and rocks in it. So it's going to be a little bit different. But basically, I'm going to go over what we're going to use in this, equipment-wise, gravel, rocks, all that. So like the first thing we're doing for the gravel is an Eco Complete Red. We're probably going to use about 30 pounds of this stuff because I'm trying to do a thick bed. Basically, you know, for the plants whenever they do get added in the future. Other type of rock we're using is dragonstone. We have that, it's really pretty. Last piece of the scape is going to be this really nice piece of spider wood that just came in. They kind of really tie it off. Then for the equipment, not a whole lot. We got, for your heater, we're using a 50-watt Aquarium submersible heater. For the lights, we're using the Aquarium planted clip-on LED lights. Last thing, AquaClear 20 for filtration. We're only working with 11 gallons, so it's doing a little bit overboard, but not too much, so it's just perfect. So let's get started. First things first, I want to add my gravel in and basically work around that. So I'm going to be placing my rocks. And you want to have a thick, bed of gravel to place your rocks anyway, so you know it's going to set whenever the gravel's in there. This stuff actually comes pre-packed with live bacteria. It's very good substrate. I don't even need to use that much of it. As you can see, maybe it is pretty milky down at the bottom. So whenever you do add your water in, I recommend putting a plastic bag over like we've showed you in the past, just to keep from stirring up your gravel too much. It really could be a mess if you stir it all up. That's 20 pounds, and we probably got half a tank right there with the gravel. We're definitely going to use the other one. Save just a little bit, just in case. Don't want to put too much in. Alright. Now we're going to go ahead and add our main piece of the aquascape, a large piece of spider wood. And I only have 2 lights on here right now, but you're about to see why. This thing barely fits in this tank. There you go. Just barely. Now we're going to start with the dragonstone. I'm going to have to kind of work around this piece of wood here. See, and this is what I was talking about placing the stones. It's a lot easier when you have gravel, instead of trying to balance it on flat glass. Start with our smaller pieces. Usually once I get my rocks all settled up, I want to fill in behind them. Because basically if you want to be planting a lot of stuff, maybe say you want to have carpets in here, you don't want that to be empty. So you could work with all of that and basically have like a hill kind of vibe to it. Take this, basically push it all back. You maybe even have to remove some rocks to do this. Rocks everywhere. One thing to always keep in mind that I kind of did mess up a little bit, but it's easy to work around because this piece of driftwood does move. You want to try and keep most of your like your hardscape away from the glass. So whenever you're trying to scrub it to clean later, it can get a little bit tricky. But basically, you know, here it's an easy fix. You just pick it up. Depending on what you're gonna do, I wouldn't do it too much with rocks, but a little bit of cleaning up and we'll be good. Once you pour your water in here, these rocks are all going to sink down eventually. The last thing we got to do, get onto the rest of the equipment part of things. Finish flattening out this gravel. Install our Aqua Clear 20 onto the back here. Just a perfect fit. You're going to find a nice little spot for your heater that's not too much in the way. Maybe water. Alright guys, this is the full setup. Obviously we could tweak it a little bit.
And put that last slide on.
Oh yeah. Almost the full setup.
Oh yeah. So how much are we selling this guy for?
So this tank is going to be available at DNA for $374.99. Full setup, everything you need to go. Basically you just need to add water and wait for your tank to cycle.
Looks great, man. Alright. Thank you, Rodney.
Awesome guys, have a good one.